Let's say I wanted to add another row to include another item in my list of foods. To insert a new row, I first want to highlight the row that I want to insert above by clicking the row header over here to the left to select the entire thing. Now you can right click anywhere in the highlighted area and choose Insert. Excel has now entered in a new row. Let's undo this so I can show you the shortcuts using Control Z. The shortcut to do these two operations would be as follows. First, you would use Shift plus space to highlight the entire row, and then use Control Shift plus sign. And now our row is automatically inserted. The process for adding a new column is also very similar. I just click on the column where I want to insert, then I right click anywhere in the highlighted area and choose Insert, and the column is automatically inserted. I'm going to undo this using Control Z to show you the shortcut version as well. The shortcut to select an entire column is Control plus space. After selecting the entire column, I use the exact same shortcut as adding a row, which is Control Shift plus. Now our entire column is inserted. All right, let's say we actually didn't want these new rows and columns. Once again, to delete a column, you can select the column first by clicking and then choosing Delete. Undoing to show you guys the shortcuts, Control plus space to select the column, and then Control minus or dash sign to delete. The same process for deleting the row. You use the shortcut Shift space and then Control minus. You can also use the right click and delete. You'll notice that the shortcut to insert and delete, regardless of whether it is a column or a row, is the same. Okay, there might also be a scenario in which you do not want to insert an entire row or an entire column. Say, for example, you wanted to make space between the left side of the spreadsheet and your sales tracker. If we inserted a column like we just learned using Control Space and then Control Shift Plus, it actually moves our header up here to the right as well. We might not want that to happen. Instead, we might just want to move the table over, not the heading. To do this, we need to insert cells as opposed to inserting a full column. Highlight the entire left column of your table, right-click, and choose Insert. You can also use the shortcut Control Shift Plus with those cells highlighted. It's the same shortcut, but this time Excel pops up a little dialog box. This box asks you which way you want to move the cells when Excel inserts your new cells. If I were to choose down and hit enter, we can see that the data in the highlighted section is now moved below. This is not what we want. We want our contents of our table to stay intact. Let's undo this with Control Z. Instead, I want to move the current contents to the right, so my table stays intact. So this time, I'm going to choose Insert and then Right. Now, Excel has moved the table without moving the header. Deleting specific cells is very similar. Let's say we wanted to delete this set of cells once again. First, we start with them highlighted. We can either use the right-click Delete, or we can use the shortcut Control minus. Excel once again pops up this dialog box, and we want to shift our cells to the left, so I'm going to choose Left and hit OK. All of these actions can be performed on a group of cells or a single cell. Take a minute to play around with it before starting the next lecture.